In this lesson, we will discuss solving inequalities. Okay, so before you can solve an inequality, you have to know how to solve an equation for a single variable. Let's review that. When you're solving an equation, the first thing you do is distribute, then you combine like terms, on the same side of the equal sign. Okay, so if you had 3 and 5 on the same side of the equal sign, neither of them had a variable attached to them, they would be like terms. You would combine them. Okay? Then after that, you use reverse PEMDAS. So, you're unzipping it. You're going backwards. So you start with undoing addition and subtraction. From left to right. And then you undo multiplication and division. Remember, we undo by using the opposite operations. So the opposite operation from addition is subtraction. So they undo one another. And multiplication and division are opposite. So they undo one another. Okay, when we're solving inequalities, we follow the same rules that we do when we're solving equations. But we also must remember that when multiplying or dividing by a negative number, you must flip the sign. Okay? So you do exactly the same thing except for the fact that you have to flip the sign when you're multiplying or dividing by a negative number. So let's try this. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is distribute. So we've got negative 12 times negative 3 is positive 36. Negative 12, look at this minus, negative 12 times 2x is negative 24x less than, okay, we've got to distribute this, so 7x. Distribute this plus 70. Okay? Now remember, 2 minus signs in a row make a positive. So we've got 36 plus 24x is less than 7x plus 70. Okay? Can we combine like terms? No, we don't have any like terms. So now we have to undo our operations. So let's see. We want to get rid of something. So let's get rid of this 7x. We're going to subtract 7x. So we've got what? 17x is less than 70. We've got this 36 over here. Okay? So we want to subtract this 36. We end up with 17x is less than 70 minus 36 is 34. Divide by 17. Divide by 17. And we get x is less than 2. We didn't multiply or divide by a negative number here, so we didn't have to flip the sign. Okay? Let's try this over here. Okay, this should be an x. So we've got to distribute. We've got negative 10x negative 120. Distribute. Okay. Now remember that. So let's rewrite it. Okay. Is there anything that we can combine? No. So let's go ahead and undo. Okay, plus 90. And again, in that example, we didn't have to multiply or divide by a negative number, so we didn't have to flip the sign. But if we had needed to multiply or divide by a negative number, we would have had to flip the sign so that it would go in the other direction. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so this is our answer. 21 is greater than x. Okay, we're not quite done with inequalities yet. We need to talk a little bit about graphing inequalities. When you're graphing inequalities, you're going to use a filled-in circle when you have less than or equal to, or when you have greater than or equal to. So this is the greater than or equal to sign. This is the less than equal to sign. So if the sign includes equal to, you're going to use a filled-in circle. If the sign is simply greater than or less than with no equal, then you're going to use an open circle. So let's see what we can plot here. So let's say we wanted to plot x is less than 2. Okay? We do not have equal as part of our operator, so we're going to find 2. We're going to use an open circle. And then less than would be in the left direction. So we're going to make a line and an arrow in that direction. Okay? Let's say over here we wanted to plot x is greater than or equal to 7. So we would find 7. Our operator includes equal to, so we're going to fill it in. And greater than is to the right. So we go to the right, put an arrow. Okay, now try some of the problems on your own.